Whatever you have a board of advisors, a board of directors, or no board at all, I think that in your company, you should make sure that you know these four main questions. So stay tuned to see and hear all about these four questions. I'm Steve Johnston, a serial entrepreneur, and I'm passionate about helping entrepreneurs to succeed. And I'm very excited to use this channel to share all my valuable resources with you to help you reach your goal. Come and join me, let's work together, and we'll get your digital transformation a success. So what your board need to ask you, or what you should ask yourself in your organizations and your companies to make sure that you're good to go for a long run. So we talk about governance here. Maybe you don't like the word governance, but the board, if you have one, it's very, very critical to your transformation because it's all about where you're going and make sure that everything is aligned. And as a business owner or as a consultant helping business owners, what could happen is you focus on what you need to do instead of managing the strategy and looking at the strategy in the overall market that you are in and what are the key things you should do in terms of governance. So let's start with the two first questions. So you won't be surprised that we are talking about cybersecurity here. Your board is responsible of you. You are responsible and accountable for your business. So make sure that you get a good maturity assessment. If you don't have one, go and follow the instructions, follow the advice, and make sure you're fully protected. You have many, many laws and things like GDPR that are very, very key. So make sure you follow these things for your employees, for your business, for the market, and make sure that you keep your business aligned with those good practices overall. So with those assessments, with the type of assessment, you can get gaps and vulnerabilities that are going to be a big issue, and you can prioritize them. It doesn't mean that after the maturity assessment, you need to do everything on day one or right after the assessment. Make a plan, put that in your roadmap of making sure that you're addressing these things. And with the company who's going to make the assessment, they will tell you what's important, what's critical. So follow that and make sure it's done in your organization. So the second question that the board should ask, or again, you should ask yourself is, what about performances of your transformation? So what's going on? What's happening? So why are you doing those investments? So are you getting a good return on investment on the things you do? And do you have KPIs, key performance indicators, helping you to understand if you are on the right track, if you're going in the right direction, and if what you do, what you're investing on is going to make a difference or is making a difference. So again, you have to have something that you can quantify in terms of money, numbers, number of visitors, and all these things that are ramping up. Whatever it is in your company, make sure you define them well. You know your company more than I do, obviously, because we're here right now. And what is the business impact you want to get? And are you achieving that? So make sure that it's really, really clear. And what about the timeline? And hopefully in your transformation, you have an IT roadmap. I'm repeating that very often. So make sure you have an IT roadmap and you can include those gaps and actions that they recommend in your plan and make sure that you're delivering that in a nice way without spending all your money too quickly, and make sure that at the end of the day, what you get is good results from your transformation. That's the goal. So make sure that you are achieving that goal. So now if we go to the third question, you can have more than four, as you can see, but the third question is about the alignment. This is another thing that is very, very key. So you are investing money, you're investing in time, you are spending also training money to train your staff to make sure that you're following the new technology, the new processes that you are implementing in your organization. So make sure that it's aligned with your business objectives. So what does that mean is, don't buy a tool, don't subscribe to a solution on the web that seems to be cheap and will fix everything. Make sure it goes with your objectives. You have a strategy, you define a strategy, the board knows the strategy. So make sure that your technology initiatives are really following your plan and your objectives. So what is the plan? Again, IT roadmap, and what do you need to do to get there? And the fourth question that you should care of is, where the money goes. I already mentioned it like a few times in the first 3 questions, but you need to do compromises. I'm sure that your budget is not unlimited, so infinite. So you need to make some compromises. You need to have some prioritization. You need to invest in the right place that's going to make a difference in the short term. You need to have some quick wins as well. So make sure that you know exactly where your money goes, and the board should look for that, the advisors as well, and obviously the senior management team or the business owner, whatever the size of your business. And you need to address technical debt. So what is technical debt? I won't go in details in this video, but it is all the old stuff that are not obsolete, but they're not doing their job efficiently. So basically there is a bunch of manual and old things that you're doing for many years. It's time to change them. It's time to make a difference. You need to a plan to do that. Because if you want to phase out a solution, a product, or a software to a new solution, you need to plan for that. Sometimes it's not a one-to-one replacement. You need to integrate that tool with other tools that you have and you want to keep because they're doing well, they're new, they're okay for 5-10 years, perfect. But you need to have a plan to do that, and you need to address the technical debt. In terms of also, when I say something I say very often is people, especially with people, process, technology, but people are making a difference. People are making your transformation. So you need to spend the money on a good strategy to change the culture and bring a digital culture in your company. That way you get very innovative solutions coming from the staff. And for anything you would like to change, they will accept that change. In fact, that could come from them later on. So invest in training, train your staff, make sure that the culture is well, I would say, spread out, and this is something that's going to push you forward. You'll be more competitive, you'll be stronger in the market, and you're going to benefit overall in your business. So in conclusion, 4 questions. Do a maturity assessment. Make sure you have quantifiable key metrics, KPIs. Make sure you measure the ROI. And third and fourth, align your business objectives with your technology. Make sure you know where you're going, have an IT roadmap, and look at where the money goes. Those things are what the board should ask. But again, if you don't have a board, you should ask that yourself anyways. So those 4 questions are key. They are the basis of many things. So make sure you follow them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe below and set up the notifications. I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs to be successful in their transformation. Stay tuned for more videos, and don't forget to comment below with your ideas or any topics you'd like me to discuss for you.